4.
I felt so flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
4.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
The name of this song is The Maker. It's Daniel Lenoir. Good Louisiana name there.
Oh, deep water, black and cold like the night. I stand with arms wide open. I've run a twisted line. I'm a stranger in the eyes of the Maker. I could not see for the fog in my eyes. I could not feel for the fear in my life. From across the great divide, in the distance I saw a light. John Baptiste walking to me with the Maker. My body is bent and broken by long and dangerous sleep. I can't work the fields of Abraham and turn my head away. I'm not a stranger in the hands of the Maker. Brother John Have you seen the homeless daughter standing there with broken wings? I have seen the flaming sword there over east of Eden, burning in the eyes of the Maker, burning in the eyes of the Maker, burning in the eyes of the Maker. Oh, river, rise from your sleep. Oh, river, rise from your sleep.
Dennis Kolb chose this one for us. Thank you, Dennis Kolb. He chose this one for us. Thank you. Thank you. Not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare.
Well, you know what? Charles got to listen to Charles too, you know.
We're gonna try a different key
It
now.
just don't work that way if you don't. Hey, there you go. Thank you. Very, very appreciate it.
Was it low? It's like, here's the key now, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes of the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness is yours and is mine. I am loved and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? Let me hear you say, all is well, all is well. Divine Spirit is directing me right now. All is well, all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should. I am cloaked in the Spirit, I am fed by the divine. I am one with all that is, my soul is free from time. I am blessed and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well?
Don't it feel good?
All is well.
Just know that
All is well.
we are free from time.
All is well.
All I gotta do is change my mind.
All is well.
I'm free.
All is well.
Don't it feel good?
All is well.
Oh, yeah.
And unfolding as it should.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Gulfport. We're glad you're all here. Glad our musicians are back. It was very awkward and uncomfortable without you last week. But we're glad you had a day off. Before we begin our service, we'll take a moment to please silence our cell phones. And we'll all stand to sing the opening song, I Trust in God. Let us pray. We open our hearts and minds to receive divine inspiration this morning at this very special place and time. May we allow Spirit to inform us of what is ours to release and what is ours to embrace. We open up, we release, and we receive as Spirit moves in, around, and through us. We are grateful for this glorious morning and all those who are serving today of their gifts and talents. May we each be blessed in a special way. Amen. Welcome to Unity of Gulfport. By a show of hands, do we have any first-time guests? All right. Would you care to introduce yourself? Welcome. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. We're really glad to have you, and somebody will give you a welcome packet before you leave. Thank you for being here. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss? All right. Welcome. Really glad to have y'all. Okay. Well, thank you for being here again. And we would love it if you'd fill out the bottom portion of the card and place it in the offering plate and keep the top portion for yourself. It has some good information about Unity and our spiritual center here. This is our weekly affirmation. We come together to affirm and celebrate our unity, our oneness with each other and the source of all that is. In that spirit of unity, let us pause to enfold in light and love all people in our community and in our world. The candle of unity signifies the light within each of us and our connection to the source of all that is. And so it is. Let us affirm our faith. I have faith that God is my instant, constant, and abundant supply. I have faith that God provides ways when to human sense there is no way. I have faith that God is guiding me in all ways. My health, happiness, and success are assured. Now let us sing Blessing to the World. At this time, Matt Wells will come up and read our daily word.
It's quite a walk from the back. Oh no, oh no. Do we have a daily word book?
It's underneath the paper.
I was reading it on my phone. There we go. What's that? Oh, these are needed. I'm prepared. I had to stop. The last time I read Daily Word, I was driving here without readers, and I realized that. I stopped at Dollar Tree or something around the corner and picked these up. So these are my Daily Word readers. This is what these are. So I see clearly now the reader's on. All right, can we focus? Today's Daily Word. Oh, it's not on truth. It's resilient. Today, right? The 10th. And that's the truth. Okay. We're going to get there. We're doing this Daily Word thing, I promise. That's right. We are demonstrating resilience, making it. There we go. Let's try that one. Sunday, August 10th, 2025. Today's Daily Word, resilient. Courageous and strong. I am resilient. Everyone who gets knocked down from time to time has the choice whether to give up or get up. Getting up and gathering the strength and desire to try again is resilience. Spiritual living helps me build it. Claiming divine ideas in prayer, engaging in the power of my imagination to envision my success, and using my wisdom and will to discern the best way forward and to choose it all help me be resilient in the face of defeat or discouragement. Through the power of the Christ within, I am willing to keep trying until I succeed. I understand setbacks happen to everyone. I do not let them deter me or take a failed effort personally. I am strong and capable of doing what I set my mind to. I am resilient. And from 1 Corinthians 16:13, it says, keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, be strong.
Announcements are on the slide and on the back of your bulletin. If you have any specific prayer requests, please fill out a prayer request form located on the back table. Drop it in the prayer box, and our prayer team here and at Silent Unity will pray for you. And now, Reverend Judy Vogt will come to the stage.
Thank you, Keith. Doesn't he have a wonderful voice? Love it, love it. Okay, well, good morning, everyone. This is a little different than it was last week. If you weren't here, I'll explain why. We had a guest musician and speaker, Jack Fowler, who's been with us many, many times. And we were going to give our musicians a rest. Two of them had some medical issues for a while. We thought, well, we'll just give them a rest this Sunday. And then Jack wasn't able to get in touch with me, but didn't show up. He had a medical emergency of his own and had to go to the hospital, but we made it, didn't we? The service was a little dry. Some of us tried to hum. Matt was singing off key, collecting the offering, but he made up for it in volume. Didn't you, Matt? We did our best, but listen, we are glad to see y'all this morning. I can tell you that. And if you weren't present when they performed The Maker this morning, boy, did you miss something. Maybe you need to stay after and ask them to perform it again. That was beautiful. Wasn't that beautiful? We have the best musicians on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and we boast about it often. We certainly do. I had two things that were really on my mind this week, and one was that I had a great nephew in Georgia that passed away suddenly. He was 18. And then I found out after I left here last Sunday that a friend's 19-year-old grandson here in Gulfport had died suddenly. And so I was carrying the pain of those around with me a bit this week, and and just praying for the family that's remaining, that they will be comforted. And one of the worst things that happens with this type grief, of course, especially with a young person, especially so suddenly, no notice of any kind, and you're just left, they're left bereft. They can't even get with the shock, can't even get their grief on yet because they can't even process as their brains aren't working. So this is a particular type of grief, and we ask for prayer for that, for these families and so many others. Another thing I was praying about this week, and that is that we have a homeless situation here in Gulfport. We don't want to admit it. I noticed there was a video of a council meeting where a woman went to the council and was just begging them for help. She said, the first thing you have to do is to admit we have a homeless problem here in Gulfport. We've known that here at our church because we've needed to scatter people sometimes when they would be here. And it's not that we don't want to offer assistance, but we have found that those that have been here on the porch or when we're not here, they leave their litter around, and they don't respect us enough to not do that. And so we have found it very difficult the last couple of months knowing what to do, how to be kind, how to be loving, how to be generous if that's ours to do, but also to handle this problem because we can't. For instance, we don't want people here sheltering if they're using drugs. We definitely don't want that. It's not just here, as it turns out. We thought we were battling that problem. Another congregant had someone in his backyard, in his neighborhood, this past week. We live in Long Beach, when you think the safest, or you wouldn't have much of that, but someone broke in my husband's truck one night, right there, across from the park, lights on everywhere. I've read many other situations, and if we don't talk about it, it's not ever going to get solved. I don't know what the solution is. I know Miss Nay wants the solution out of her neighborhood because she said she already has to sleep with all the lights on and around her house anyway. So there are two sides to it. We're just going to put God on it, okay? We're going to pray for this problem. We're going to pray for this problem and for all concerned. And it's not just here. If it's showing up in Gulfport, you know it's already in a lot of bigger cities, even worse. We know that. We know that. So let's just pray for it. Miss Nay said that one of her sisters that visited, actually her sister is her older sister is a professor in St. Louis, and she lives in a bigger town, and they have their own issues. She visited recently. She said she'd never seen so much homeless in Gulfport. It's where she grew up, and it was concerning to her. So it is an issue, and we're going to pray for a solution. I don't pretend to know what that solution is, but we're going to pray for it. And one of the other things I want to share with you, besides a little news first, Steve Janke made it to Oklahoma. He moved to be close to his family. He couldn't make it on his own anymore. He's the man that usually sits on the back row, uses a cane, and doesn't get around very well. He made it there. He wants everyone to know that he loves us and he's going to miss us. We miss him too. Another congregant, Deb, and her husband are up in Maine, and they both have lung cancer. different degrees of lung cancer. She can no longer be his caregiver. So she said to tell everyone hello. She appreciates the prayers. And they've already been blessed with 2 really great friends that check in on them every day. So that's a blessing right there. We'll continue to pray for her. These families that have lost loved ones. And with all the children, the youth going back to school, we say a special prayer for them. We provided them a special lesson today. It was a little lecture from me about don't be complaining about having to go to school. You treat that as a gift. And it is. How I wish I had paid a bit more attention when I was in science or biology class or some of the other classes. I wish I'd really, really been paying attention. And so we've given them a lesson this morning that not only show up, but do your best and appreciate this for the gift that it is, this education, these classes. Everything that they're learning are going to be a good foundation for them to have a good life. We appreciate that. And it's why we're here at Unity of Gulfport too, is because we share wonderful tips on how to have a good life. We call it Spiritual Living 101. And it takes in all of the basics too. It's not just a lot of spiritual knowledge, it's just foundational practice that will help you every single day to clear out all the clutter from your life, to make your life better, so that you can be joyful. We all have one thing in common, every human being on this earth. You know what that is? We just want to be peaceful. We want to be at peace of heart and mind. That's what we want. And most of us, when we were young, we maybe didn't get the teachings that we needed to find that. But we give that to you here. In simple steps, we teach there's one higher power. There's a higher power. You can call it anything you want to. And that we each can be connected to that higher power. The more positive we keep our thoughts, the better our lives are. And it's through the quiet, through the stillness, through our quiet time that we find God. We find this place of peace. And it's in practicing all these tools that we do make our lives better. We must walk the talk. We walk the talk. We don't just talk about it. We walk the talk. So this morning, I would just ask you to close your eyes if you would. And the way I allow Spirit to come in, God to come in, is that I close my eyes, my outer eyes, and as I do that, I relax the muscles around my eyes, allowing the focus to go inward, and allowing that focus to go inward. I'm allowing the light to come in. And it's from this powerful place where we are aligned with God that the magic happens. It's from this place of harmony and peace that we might say, God, I don't have all the answers, but I know that if I stay in alignment with you, the answers will come. So I'm just going to place all of these issues that I've spoken of, the pain and the sorrow of these parents, these grandparents, these families. I'm going to hand it to you, God. I'm going to be in alignment with you, knowing that they will be comforted and that their grief will be lessened and that they will sooner or later find a higher way of of seeing this, of knowing that their beloved has gone on at the right and proper timing and is now at peace on the other side. The sooner we can reconcile ourselves to that, the sooner we can find peace. And all of these that are seeking answers to medical problems, prosperity, divine order, comfort from loss of whatever type, we hand that to you too, God. And we just pray for the right and perfect answer, divine order. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine on till tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
That was perfect. Thank you. Come on up, Glenn. some of you were here when we interviewed Glenn the first time. This is Glenn Ramos, and he went through a part of his life. I asked him a few questions, and he was able to just take the stage. I started to just get off the stage and let him have it. Because he is quite capable. Thank you, James. Oh, our expert technician. So Glenn, I know that you went through a lot of your adult life with us, but there was still a lot you wanted to share, or you needed to share. We didn't hear enough about your life, and we want to hear your story and where you're from, where your family originated, all of that you're willing to share with us.
Certainly. Is that too loud? Too close?
They'll
Okay.
adjust it.
My voice booms, so I really don't even need this microphone, really. She'll tell you. She's like, Glenn, you're talking too loud. Okay, so the last time we were here, we were discussing how God was in my life, whether it was finding new work, finding new jobs, getting through school, finding Lisa, other things like that. But my childhood, my life, it's complicated, very complicated. The very fact I'm sitting here with you, with all of you, is, to me, nothing short of a miracle, really. So let's start from the beginning, and what I'm going to do to save time is I'm going to try to condense timelines together, so it'll be more of a Cliff Notes version. There's a lot to go through, so I'm going to try to condense it as much as I can. Lisa will tell you I don't do bullet points at all. So anyway, so let's start from the very beginning. February 7th, 1971, I was born in Castries, St. Lucia. Well, you know what? For the purpose of the story, let me just go through it as if you don't know what's going on. That's probably the best way to do it.
Okay.
So February 7th, 1971, I was born in Castries, St. Lucia. When I was 8 months old, I moved to Puerto Rico, Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. I spent about 3.5 years there. And then I moved to northern Ohio, near Cleveland, a little town called Sheffield Lake. Grew up there. And also Lorain, Ohio, grew up there part of the time. So that's about 1975. We moved to the United States. And let me fast forward. Everything's normal. You know, I'm growing up. I'm an only child. I have two parents, and it's let's see. Let's go back. It's 1981, because I was 10 years old. I was in 5th grade. Again, remember, everything's normal up to this point, right? Mm-hmm. You know. Of course, I get disciplined as a child and do all the normal stuff, but I'm sitting at home. It's Saturday morning. I'm doing my normal thing. I am watching cartoons Saturday morning, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and my parents are upstairs, and it's unusual they're upstairs for so long. They're usually downstairs buzzing around in our townhouse. But, it doesn't matter. I'm watching cartoons. I get this, Glenn, come upstairs. I said, uh-oh, what did I do? I don't think I did anything, right? I'm in my head, I'm freaking out because did I do something? This is bad. So I go upstairs and I'm expecting the worst. And my parents tell me, have a seat. We need to tell you something. I was like, what's going on here? Tell me something. Okay, what's going on? They say, Glenn, we have to tell you that we're not your natural parents. We adopted you. You're not our natural child. Now, of course, I'm 10 years old, and I'm trying to process this, because remember, I lived a normal life, quote unquote. And they go through the whole process. Yeah, your mother was actually your mom's sister. She was very young when she had you. She was 14. Your father was 29. Now remember, this is St. Lucia. This is not the United States of America, so they didn't have all those child rules. Okay? You have other brothers and sisters, apparently. I was the oldest at the time. I think there was 3 at the time that was born. So I was the oldest of 4 at the time. Now 2 more came on later on, but I'm thinking, wow, I have brothers and sisters? I'm not an only child. I'm adopted. These are not my natural parents, but they're my aunt and uncle, really, right? So I'm trying to encapsulate this. Time goes on, and I'm going to fast forward here a little bit. You know, one of the things that at the time, during the course of my life, the overwhelming theme was my parents always reminded me that, you know, remember, your mother gave you up for adoption. She didn't want you. This is the story that was always told to me. She didn't want you. The judge, the social worker, the attorney all asked her, do you want this child? Do you want this child? She said no 3 times. Kind of like when Peter denied Christ 3 times, right? Well, she denied the system 3 times. I don't want him. You can take him. So all my life I was growing up essentially hating my biological mother. It's like, she didn't want me. She gave me up, just like that. And I want nothing to do with her, right? And it got to a point where I even was jealous of my brothers and sisters because I'm thinking in my head, you know, I'm the oldest of 6. She gave me up for adoption, and she kept the other 5. What's going on here? What was wrong with me that she didn't want me? And so I grew up hating them too as well. It's like, what makes you so special? You know? So I grew up, I did what I could in school, and I tried to excel, and blah, blah, blah. Life goes on, and, you know, again, the overwhelming thing, she didn't want you. She actually signed a letter. Now, remind you, at the time, she was still a minor. She was like 16 or 17. In U.S. law, she's a minor. Keep that in mind. That's going to be important later. Okay. So as we go along here, it's, I have to mention this one year, 2010. 2010, I'm about to start work at Airbus. I got this great new job. I'm about to start, and we get a call from New Jersey. They say, hey, your mom is sick. Biological mom is sick. She's in hospice. She's going to die. So I call Airbus, hey, can I come in at the start date? Can I take a week off because I have to address this personal issue? They said, sure. So we go to New Jersey. We visit her hospice. Guess what I do? I hate her so much that I don't even go in the room to go see her. I just stand outside the door just looking at her. I don't talk to her. I don't do anything. Because the storyline was, she gave you up for adoption. She did not want you. Okay? Fine. God is good, and he actually heals her for a little bit. She comes out of hospice, and she survives another 3 years. She doesn't die until 2013, okay? So I get a call from my brother. He lives in South Carolina, and he said, hey, Glenn, you know, Mom passed away, as you know, and we want you to be a pallbearer. Guess what my answer was? I said, no, I'm not going. I'm not even going to the funeral. My brother was pissed. Excuse my language, sorry. Angry, that's what I meant to say, angry, sorry. Angry. Now, mind you, my brother was in the Marines for 8 years, so he was a military guy, and he said, look, Glenn, if you don't come to this funeral, I'm going to come to your house personally and drag you there. He was angry. I said, look, Tito, I'm not going. She didn't want me. And he said, Glenn, there's a lot to the story that you don't know. I'm going to expect you there at the funeral. So finally I conceded. I said, okay, fine, I'll go. I didn't want to go, but I went anyway. So we do the funeral, we lay her to rest. At this point, I'm still angry. I was like, I don't care if she passed away. I care nothing about this. After the funeral, we at the repast and all the events that followed, all my brothers and sisters come to start talking to me and say, Glenn, there's something you really need to know. The storyline that you've been fed is a complete fabrication. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, the fact that your mother didn't want you, not true. Not true. It's not true at all. You've been lied to. And at the time, it's hard to, you've been programmed for so long with this storyline. In fact, my father used to tell me, we have the letter that your mom wrote, proves that she didn't want you. She wrote the letter to the courts. I said, I accepted it as fact, because it's my parents. Why would they lie to me, right? Because they gave me a great life. They gave me a great life. They sent me to the Catholic school, and they gave me a great life. They raised me good. I'm here now, you know, and so in my head, I said, why would they lie to me? So my brothers and sisters are talking to me, and they're telling me all these facts. Glenn, she did not give you up willingly for adoption. That's not the case. She took you at 8 months old. She went to Puerto Rico, and she went to go visit her sister. And she got sick, really, really sick. She had some sort of like abscess in her mouth. She almost died. Doctor said, you need to rest. So she went back to St. Lucia without me. And you know, that's very common in the West Indies for families to take care of children. That's not too uncommon. So she left me with them. And apparently they got so enthralled by me, they probably said, you know what, we would like to adopt him. But we can't do it without someone signing the paperwork. Now remember, she's 16, or she's a minor, right? Puerto Rico goes according to U.S. law, right? It's U.S. law there. So if you're under 18, you can't sign for yourself. So the storyline where they said that she said, yes, I agree. I don't want him. Give him up for adoption. That's not true. She couldn't make that decision on her own. Of course, in my head, I didn't think about that. I was listening to my parents, what they were telling me all this time. So I'm hearing this other storyline from my brothers and sisters, and I can't believe it. I'm like, you know, I'm in a state of shock. It's like, what do I believe? Do I believe years and years of programming, the consistent story, or do I believe these people that basically I just kind of met, right? The problem is that when I talk to other family members, they all have the same story as my brothers and sisters. The only story that was different was my parents. So my parents kind of picked up on this while we were there, and they were acting really weird. They were like, Len, where are you at? And like, there was one part, I was actually with my brothers and sisters at, what's that? What's that? That's right, Cheesecake Factory. Thank you, Cheesecake Factory. And we had a great time. We were eating appetizers. I get a phone call from my parents saying, hey, Glenn, can you come back here and pick us up on some fried chicken? I said, you have a car. Why can't you pick up fried chicken? But the whole express purpose of that was to get me away from the news source. They were worried that new information was going to come to me. They were worried about it, really worried, to the point where they were fabricating this, oh, we're hungry. Can you pick us up on fried chicken? I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm here with my brothers and sisters. I'm having a good time. I'm trying to learn who these people are, all right? So I'm going to try to condense this a little bit more. So 2013, again, a big revelation, a huge revelation, something I was not aware of. And they also said, my brother told me, Glenn, the very fact that mom wrote a letter, that's not possible. I said, why is that? She was illiterate. She couldn't read or write. She left school at 12 years of age. Why? Because she was kicked out of the house. Her sister and her had a big argument, and she kicked her out of the house at 12 years old. My mother had a really hard life, and that's why she ended up in the household of my real father, who was 29. He was basically preying on not even a teenage girl. Come on. So anyways, I said, what do you mean she was illiterate? She says, Glenn, I taught her how to read and write. The reason why is because when I would do homework and take it to school, this is my brother Tito, my teacher said, who helped you with your homework? I said, my mom. Well, tell your mom to stop doing that. She's not helping you. She's hurting you. That's when they found out she couldn't read or write. So it'd been impossible for her to write a letter. So at this point, I said, okay, this story is A, this story is B, something's wrong here. Let's find out what's going on. So guess what? I did. I confronted my dad. Now, mind you, my father, Daniel Ramos, was a difficult man. He was a harsh man, a very harsh man, to the point where I can tell you right now, and may lightly strike me now if I'm lying, there's not one point in time in my life that I ever talked back to my father. Not one time. I didn't look at him and cross, nothing, because I knew what the repercussions would be. He was a very harsh man. But this time I said, no, I gotta know what's going on. So I confronted him about it. I said, hey, Papa, you remember that letter you said you have from my mom that she wrote? And detailing that she didn't want me? He goes, yeah. Do you have it? I want it. I want to see it. He goes, what letter? I said, well, wait a minute. The letter you told me that you had. The letter she wrote that says she did not want me. The letter that was supposedly thrown into court at my adoption. He goes, I don't know what I don't have that letter. I said, what do you mean you don't have that letter? He said, I don't have that letter with me. Maybe it's in with the adoption center or whatever in Puerto Rico. I said, I don't have that letter. I said, you told me you had that letter. For years, you always told me that she didn't want me, she didn't love me, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I never told you that. I was like, what? I said, Papa, do you realize what you have done? I have spent years hating this woman for nothing. I spent years hating this woman for nothing. You told me she didn't want me. You told me she wrote a letter that justifies the adoption. And now you're saying, oh, that doesn't exist? I mean, at that point, I thought my world was collapsing because I said, all these years you lied to me? And he got upset at me. Imagine that. He got upset with me. To the point now, he's blocked my phone number. I haven't spoken to him in 10 years. Or my mother. Both of them. Because I confronted him on the truth. So I said, let's get this resolved right now. So what I did was, a few years ago, I sent away for information on my adoption to Puerto Rico. I got my adoption paperwork. And of course, here's another thing. Everything was written in Spanish, not in English. So how in the world could this 15, 16-year-old girl read this documentation, even if she was eligible or old enough to do her own adoption, which is not true. So I literally had to go and Google and translate everything. Come to find out, there was one section, I found out what was really going on. And before I say this, let me step back a little bit. My grandmother, this was 2015, she died in 2015. Before she had died, this is really weird what happened. This is really freaky. We were in New Jersey visiting the family, and she said, Glenn, when you go back to Ohio after you drop off Lisa, I need to tell you something. So call me in 2 days. I'm going to tell you some things. I think she was wanting to divulge everything. I think she was done with the lies. I call her back 2 days later. Come to find out, she has stroke. You can't make this up. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. You just really can't. She has stroke, and it attacked her speech center, so she couldn't talk. She couldn't even write. So we went to go back to see her again, and I mean, she was basically a vegetable at this point. So I had to kind of piece everything together myself. Lisa was really the spark plug for all this. She was like, Glenn, something about your storyline just does not make sense at all. And she really helped me kind of piece things together. And she's really good with that kind of stuff. And so I went ahead, going back to the adoption paperwork, got the adoption paperwork. There was a section in where I saw a signature. And it was Gloria Monplaisy. It was my grandmother's signature. She actually signed for my adoption to happen. That was a part of the story they forgot to include when they told me about this. And you know what the crazy thing was? In 2014, Lisa and I had gone to Las Vegas to visit my sister out there. And it just so happened my real father was living there at the time. and we went to lunch with him at a Mexican restaurant. And he goes, I said, hey, what's up with my adoption? And he's a known liar. He's an avid liar. I said, look, when you tell... I think 22 that we know of. Yeah, Papa was a Rolling Stone, okay? Yeah, he got around. So I said, hey, Matthew, because I didn't call him father. I refused to call him father. I said, Matthew, tell me the truth about my adoption and pretend God is standing at your right shoulder, okay? Pretend. And he went ahead and said, yeah, your grandma had something to do with it. It was your grandmother and your parents. And I was about to jump off the table and basically strangle him because I told you, don't lie to me. And Lisa actually had to grab my leg and hold me down because she saw I was like visibly shaking from anger. Come to find out, he was right. When I read the adoption paperwork, there was Gloria Monplaisy, my grandmother, signed for it. And it makes sense because it's U.S. law. Only an adult, if your child is a minor, only an adult can approve the adoption. And come to find out, what it was is that Mama, she had 2 miscarriages. I think she had more. Actually, she had more than 2 miscarriages. She had 2 or 3 miscarriages. She couldn't have her own children. So from my grandma's perspective, this was a win-win situation because one, my other daughter, my real mother, was too young to have a child, and my other daughter here can't have a child. So let's give Glenn over to her. I feel like the stock exchange here or something. It's like, are we exchanging stocks here? What's going on here? So looking at the paper, I still have the paper at home actually right now, and I confronted my dad about it again. I say, okay, so here we are. You lied about the adoption reason. You lied about the letter. I confronted about, hey, I found out about grandma signing over me to you. Click, hang up the phone, and that was it. He was so angry and so upset, he blocked my phone number. He blocked Lisa's phone number. He even blocked my mother-in-law's phone number. I can't get in contact with him. He's that angry. He's angry at me because I found out the truth. And, you know, it's just simply amazing. You know, they say that when you fill out your soul contract, you pick out your parents. Apparently, I picked out 2 sets of parents. But apparently, I must have been blind because when I did it, because I didn't read the fine print, apparently. So, let's see. Oh, yeah. 12-year-old girl, 29-year-old guy. Perfect. First set of parents. That's awesome. Let me pick that one. We have a mean father and a whacked out aunt. Oh, let me pick that one too. That's great. That's great. That's awesome.
Let me ask you something,
Yes.
Glenn. What have you learned about forgiveness?
You know, that's a good thing because it took me a while. It's been years of frustration and anger and rage. And it's the kind of stuff that you bury deep. And I think that's the reason why I get so angry sometimes, because it's sometimes it percolates to the top. But you bury it deep. And now I'm to the point where, you know what? I want to let go of this negative energy. And that's what my spiritual ride has been about now, I think. I just want to acknowledge the information. I've accepted the information now. And I've forgiven my mother. And I've actually talked to her post-death now. And I just pray. I say, look, you may have to help me with this. I love you. It goes, please forgive me. I am sorry. I love you. Thank you. Right? And I've said it multiple times to her.
Okay, good.
And so I've been trying to reach out to her and Grandma, because I think Grandma just did it as she thought it was a good idea. My parents, I'm neutral on them right now. I was kind of in hate mode. I said, what does that serve me? That negative energy does not serve me. I release it now. I release it. So I'm accepting the fact that if they don't want to talk to me, that's on them. That's their karma, right? That's something they have to deal with. When my father goes through his life review at the end of his days, he's going to have to go through that, not me. And then as far as my real father, you know, he's going through his health issues now. I don't judge him. I'm not angry with him anymore. I even told my sisters that, look, I'm not angry with him. I'm trying to let go of that negative energy because I don't want to spill any more energy towards this anymore. I want to go on with my life and develop spiritually from this. But it's amazing that I have 21 other siblings out there. Now, I know of the 5. I know of a couple more that I met at the funeral. But there's people out there that actually look like me. And I'll tell you how bad it is. At the funeral, I learned this story. At least Lisa knows what this is. It happened in St. Lucia. There was this girl at the bar, and this guy started talking to her. They were talking. This actually really happened. And the guy goes, the girl said something that sounded familiar. He says, wait a minute, who's your father? And she goes, Matthew St. G's. And the guy's eyes open up. He's my father. They were brothers and sisters. They didn't even know it. That's how far along my father was. My father was just a breeding animal, basically. You know.
Well,
it's amazing.
I will say one thing about the mindset and the consciousness of the mid-1900s. Okay. There was a consciousness where they didn't know as much as we know now. There weren't many people that were really aware of the fact that you can really injure someone by lying to them. They didn't really understand that pretending wasn't okay. It's as if human beings have been evolving last century and this one, and I'm trying to put words to this, but I can sort of understand where your parents and your mother, the parents that raised you, your grandparent, the mindset and the consciousness that they had was they felt like they had the answer, and so whatever they had to do to make this happen, that you'd have a better life, and even if they lied or whatever, they didn't see you called it karma, they did not see the repercussions of it that were underlying. People saw things more on a surface then than they do now, if that helps any.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think what ended up happening eventually is that my parents, the people that raised me, they lived this life for so long that it became the truth.
Right.
And then when I didn't accept their truth, quote unquote, they got angry with it, even though it's a lie, because
Right.
they've accepted it for so long.
Right.
They say, "What's wrong with you? We told you what the story is. Everyone else is wrong. Believe us." And I was
Right.
like, I can't believe you. There's too much other facts out there that say otherwise. And so that's why I think they don't want to talk to me no more, because I think it's more embarrassment than it is anger.
Well, of course it is,
Yeah.
and I think that maybe the longer you're able to process that, because this is all still relatively new when you really look at it.
Yeah.
You know, a decade's not that long to undo a lot of pain and untruths. So I think that the more you process this, and that you will find a way of being willing to, you may not be willing today, but you may be willing to be willing. Just let a sliver of willingness come in, and maybe you can then say that prayer for them. I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. And it will clear the slate for you, if nothing else. You think?
Yeah, I think so. Again, Lisa, I have to credit Lisa for a lot of my discoveries, because Lisa has an intuition about things. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times I kind of, I won't say disregard her intuition, but I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, Lisa. But she's the one that kind of sniffed it out, say something is just not right here, Glenn. Just not right. And, so I have to credit her for that. And also the whole spiritual journey that's occurred after this, that's when things really started to really move in a more positive direction.
Good.
Because again, like I said before, I was really negative about life. I was really hateful towards them. And I said, why am I doing this for? And once I discovered our spirituality, I said, why am I giving all this negative energy towards it? Stop it. Look, it's not helping you out.
Right.
And I even told my sister, I said, Lisa, I know what you're trying to do, but this is Lisa, my sister. I have a sister, Lisa. Sorry.
Okay.
So and I know it's confusing. I have a sister, Lisa. I said, Lisa, I'm okay with it now. I'm just trying to heal myself right now. And if certain people don't want to talk to me, I'm okay with it. I'm really good with it. I'm really good with my life. I'm really good with where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. And I've accepted the reality of things, and I'm okay with it. And I just really hope and pray that my grandmother, especially my mom, has forgiven me for not being in her corner. You know, it's an interesting thing here, just a little side note. Every weekend, as a kid, Saturday mornings, my mom would always be talking to someone on the phone. And I didn't realize at the time what was going on. Mm-hmm. But when they told me about my adoption, I realized what was going on there. I said, oh, guess who she was talking to? She was talking to my real mother every weekend. Because I was always wondering, why is the person on the other side of the line so interested in my well-being? How's Glenn doing? How's the grades? How tall is he? Is he eating good? I was like, who is this person? Come to find out, she was talking to my real mother.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Now, the one good thing my parents did, which was nice, is that all my clothes that did not fit me, they would package it up and send it to her so that Tito and Mark can wear my clothes.
Oh.
Let it be, yes. Let it be.
Are
That's
they
right.
as big as you?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm the runt. I'm the small one.
Okay.
I'm 6'2", Tito's 6'4", and my brother Mark is 6'5".
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so big boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, big, handsome boys.
Oh, yeah.
And colorful.
Thank
do they wear headbands and colorful headbands like you?
This was, they don't do all that. They're not at the same point I am spiritually, I don't think.
Okay.
At least not yet. I'm trying to get them there. I'm trying to establish communication with my youngest brother, Mark. He and I have drifted apart due to, I won't say it here, but his philanderings. So I'm not judging him, but he lived a certain life that is, whatever. But no, this here, the headband stuff is, I wear it two reasons. One, my head's too big for our normal hat.
Okay.
I wear a 3X. That's the reason why. Plus, I sweat a lot too, so I like to, especially in summertime.
Okay.
But also, I like the colors too. I love colors.
Okay. Well, we know a lot more about you now. When I said the last time when we did part of his interview that when he first started coming, we didn't know their names yet. We just called him the big guy with the pretty wife. Thank you so much for sharing all this, Glenn. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we're going to say prayers for everybody concerned, every single person concerned. Mom, Dad, other mom, the dad with 21 children, him and all the children, the Lisas. Yes, especially this Lisa. And no, we love you. Thank you for sharing that. We appreciate it so much. That was great. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. That was our last interview of the summer. All right.
Good enough.
Well, thank you, Glenn. Oh, that was beautiful, and thank you for doing it. You did an amazing job. Thank everyone for such a beautiful service. Now we give expression to our appreciation for all that is offered here at Unity of Gulfport. Please take your offering in your hands and say along with me. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust in God. Thank you.
I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Glenn. That was wonderful. We could just go on and on. We'll have a part 3 and 4 soon. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We knew when we first met you that you were unique. Yeah, it's been a great summer. We're so grateful for everyone present here today and all those involved in Glenn's story. We just pray a blessing on each and every one of them. Forgiveness all around. We're thankful for these tithes and offerings, and we just ask that they will be blessed and used for the absolute highest good. Amen. Now, if our youth would come up here, I want you to congratulate Alyssa. She was moved from the 9th grade to the 11th grade. And she already has her math teachers astounded, I understand. We're so proud of you. You didn't need that lecture about school today, did you? Okay, with meaning and with feeling, we're going to bless these youth, and we see them having the best future ever. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We hold the Christ in you, empowering you to do great things. So it is. Thank you.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Praise God. Thank y'all.